Scott Burgess, ChicagoHoops.com, Hoops 24/7, here with Myles Turner, Trinity out of Texas. Just got the W here at the Tournament Champions in Washington. Talk about the game, going up against a pretty formidable big man there. Talk about the game.
Well, it was a great game going back and forth, you know. I mean, he was real solid. You know, I thought I had a pretty good game, but, you know, he tested me a little bit, you know, and that's great seeing going forward. You know, in my area, you don't have too many 6'9", 6'10s out there. So seeing competition like this is great for our team, and it was just a great win overall. You know, everybody got in. Everybody played their role well, played great defense, just a great family win for us.
Okay, talk about your game, and, you know, you developed a lot over the summer. How's all the, you know, the attention and, you know, developing your game, how's that going to help you this high school season?
Well, really, it's just going to help me dominate, you know. I had a kind of a soft appeal to the game, you know, before I broke my ankle and everything. But going through, you know, this whole summer and playing up against top-tier competition, it really made me have a killer mindset, you know, especially going out in district play, because you got to be able to come out here and deliver and dominate. So. Okay.
Talk a little bit about recruiting. You know, is there anything new there? I know you cut it down to 8. What's kind of the status of that right now?
Well, it's actually at 7 right now. I think with the commitment of Trinity at Louisville, they kind of stopped contacting me.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, I wish them the best of luck, of course. But just going forward, I'm taking an official visit to Oklahoma State next weekend. And really, with the commitment to Jaleel and Cliff, people have been asking me if that's, you know, been hurting or helping anything. You know, it's very neutral. It's still the same as it's been before. So, you know, nothing really much has changed. Just
Okay, what about the Oklahoma State visit coming up? Kind of, what do you like about their program?
Oklahoma State, they've just really been there from the beginning. You know, they've had the same pitch to me. They've never changed. They've always told me, you know, what I could do for their program and what they could do for me, you know, going forward outside of basketball, inside of basketball. And it's a great facilities they have. I mean, just the whole complex there. I mean, it's a good turn on to them.
Okay. Now, your first official visit was to Ohio State. Kind of walk me through that visit and what you like about the Buckeyes.
Ohio State, same thing with them. They started recruiting me this summer, and they really told me, you know, just gave me a ground base of everything that I can do and what they could do for me, you know, after I graduate or after, you know, the whole basketball world. Just their sales pitch to me was real great. And of course, Dad Mata, I mean, he's one of my favorite coaches I've talked to, just because of his, you know, working similar in a lot of ways, and he it looks like he has the right things for me. But going forward, then yeah, it's really Coach Mata. He's probably the biggest one.
Okay, and what about Texas? Obviously, the only in-state school still in the mix for you. Kind of what stands out about the Longhorn?
Texas, like you said, it's the home state. Their pitch with Rick Barnes and the rest of the coaching staff, they've been talking to me for a while about coming in there, you know, kind of trying to change things. You know, they had a great program a couple years ago. It's kind of taken a downhill slope from there, but you know, they're telling me all the things that, you know, they got coming in. You know, the new 80s coming in. I mean, there's a lot of changes they're trying to make. They want me to be a part of those changes.
Okay, what about Duke? You talked a little bit about Jaleel. Obviously, Jaleel and Tyus being there. You guys are kind of different big guys, even though you're, you know, two of the most dominant players in the country. A little bit, you're more perimeter oriented. He's more down low on the block. Kind of talk about, would you want to play with him? Would that be something you would consider?
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely considering that right now with Duke still being in the picture. Just because of what you said, you know, he's more of a down low player. I can play perimeter and outside. So I think we work compatible with each other.
Okay. And then lastly, Kentucky, are they still in the mix right now? What do you like about them?
Kentucky's, with their commitment to Trey Lyles, he's more of the forward. You know, if I were to go there, I'd probably, you know, play 4 and 5, and he's more probably the bigger 4 in that situation. So playing with Trey Lyles would be a good asset because I think we complement each other's games well. We played together at Adidas Nation this summer. I enjoyed playing with him there. So.
And then lastly, what's the timeline right now for a decision?
With everything going on right now, I'm just really taking my time with everything. You know, I think I'm the last person, like the top 10 hasn't committed yet. So with everybody being committed, I really see where everybody's ended up. So wherever my heart's set, that's where I'm going to go. So I'm definitely going to sign the late signing period.
All right, ChicagoHoops.com. Here's Myles Turner.